everyone, welcome to Module 3. This week we are going to start with the focus on reading with infants and toddlers and really focusing on that particular two age groups. So the first thing I'd like you to do is I compiled a list of some of my favorite books that I like to use with infants and toddlers. So you're going to save that document or print it out, review it, and have it for your toolbox. Hopefully you'll recognize some of the books on there and maybe even enjoy reading those to your classrooms as well. The next thing in there is Reading with Infants and Toddlers document. And within there are a couple different videos that I'd like you to watch. There's a video that I created about how to choose books with infants and toddlers. And then there's also a couple videos about how to effectively read to infants and toddlers. After you watch all of those videos, in the main module, there is a video from the CFDC, the lab school at NHTI, of a teacher reading with an infant. So I'd like you to watch that video as well. There is no sound on that video, but it's purposely done that way. So I really want you to focus on the interaction between the teacher and the infant, and really looking at the book handling skills, the choice of book that is used. It's a touch and feel book. And then you can also kind of like imagine and think about what do you think the verbal interaction is like. But I really kind of wanted you to just look and see the actual interaction. And then I have it pulled up on here, so I just want to make sure I go in the right order for you, that I have it in the module. Then I also have for you a discussion post that I'd like you to do. It's kind of just summarizing everything up for Reading with Infants and Toddlers, and it's a discussion post for you to share something new that you learned. The next main topic that we're going to talk about is, last week we talked about flannel boards. This week we're going to focus on puppets. So if you click on the puppet information document, there's a video of me in there describing about some different materials and showing you examples of puppets that a coworker of mine made. And it just shows you again how easy you can make them and just really focusing on detail. And then I also have some different articles for you to read in there, and really just kind of looking at using puppets with children. Then I also have in the module itself a discussion post for you, and there's a video in there for you to watch about using puppets as a form of play therapy, because puppets are a really great way for children to almost bring a character out, because it kind of puts them in character. So a lot of times you see emotions come out and maybe situations or instances that wouldn't have come out otherwise. I know I've seen children like really come to life, and it's like a whole nother child when they're using puppets. It's really cool to see. So there's a video to watch about play therapy with puppets, and then I'm going to have you share an insight of something that you learned. And then there is also a video from the CFDC as well about using puppets with infants that I'd like you to watch. Then, some of you have been asking about creating a flannel board. And I had kind of posted in the announcements that I wanted you to wait, because this week we were talking about puppets. So now's the time for us to discuss that particular assignment. So what you're going to do is, I have uploaded the puppet rubric as well as the flannel board rubric. I want you to review both of those and really look over the criteria and the requirements, and then you are going to choose one of them. You do not need to do both. You are going to choose whether you want to do a flannel board story or a puppet story. And yes, they can be based off of a book that we already know. You do not need to create a whole nother story. You could if you want to, but you do not have to. It can be based on a story. So really look through that criteria closely and decide which one you would like to do. If you create a puppet show, there does need to be scenery. There's other props that go with these besides just the actual puppets or actual flannel board pieces. You need to have an actual flannel board if you're choosing to do that one. If you're doing the puppet show, again, you need to have a background of some sort. So really look through those rubrics and decide which one you would like to do. They are not due now. They are due in October. I'm just writing down something. those will actually be handed in a discussion post. I'm going to try to do it that way versus an assignment, so that way you can actually see each other's work. And hopefully we'll be able to submit it that way. So there's that assignment, because I know some of you have been asking and already saying that you would like to create a flannel board. So after looking over the puppet, maybe you'll decide you want to do that one instead. The next thing is text question 2. You're going to read chapter 2 in So Much More textbook and answer those textbook questions. Excuse me. And then the last thing is you're going to do your lab application number 2 for this week. So what I would like you to do is at your site, now that we've kind of discussed how to read books with children, I would like you to talk to your cooperating teacher, or if you're in your own classroom, and choose a time. You're going to read a book of your choice to the class and your site. And then I want you in the lab application post to describe to us, how did it go? Would you change anything? Would you not change anything? How could you improve for next time? Like, what could you do differently? And share that with us. You do not need to record it. It's simply you carrying out that activity and then writing and sharing with us that experience and how it went. So that are all the assignments for this week. Again, the flannel board and puppet show are not due till the end of October. I believe it's October 22nd. So take your time with that and put a lot of detail into it. I have had students in the past that bought puppets or bought flannel board pieces. That does not count, and it will be an automatic 0. They need to be pieces that you create on your own. Okay, I just want to make that pretty clear. So have a fantastic week, and I will see everybody next week. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email or in the discussion post. Have a great week, everyone.